It's stretchy now.
What's guys here? We are back with more death battle. Naruto versus Ichigo. Wow, I'm really surprised they did like these two like iconic main characters. I mean, it's the big three, right? Like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, which is freaking crazy, man. So I watch Naruto. I love Naruto. It's actually my favorite show. That's what I usually say, even though it's hard to pick favorites when it comes to anime. When I say, hey, what's your favorite anime? I usually just answer Naruto. However, Bleach, I've barely watched it. I've watched, I think, just like the beginning, like the first season, I guess. And that was great. Like it was great. I just never finished through. Maybe I'll do reactions on it, guys. I don't know. Let me know if you want me to do Bleach reactions. So I'm gonna watch this, and I'm not gonna know basically all this stuff. Honestly, I'm gonna be when it comes to Ichigo. But yeah, so I really don't know who's gonna win.
I'm not ready for this shit. I have my sword with me because that's my like braveness stick. That thinking and braveness. That's the jam. But hello guys, Kibiji here. Hello. I'm like so taken back right now because this wasn't supposed to happen until Saturday. And I legit like, I have my tank top on because I was like getting ready for the gym, and I actually have jeans on because I'm like, okay, in case I stand up, I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm about to watch one of my most hyped, maybe the most hyped YouTube video I have ever had in my life, because I touched upon this before in an update, but basically, Screw Attack, by the way, completely endorsing Screw Attack, go watch this original video. I'm gonna link it in the description. I would recommend watching the video first and then watching this, because I am not going to include like the entire death battle in this video. Just like my normal reactions, I'm just going to highlight the bits that I'll either say something or thought I had an interesting face, or they bring up a subject and I might have a response. But this is just me kind of highlighting me as I watch it, because this entire video is like a half hour, so this video is not going to be a freaking 40-minute video. Okay, maybe it might. But guys, so watch the video first and then watch this, but we are about to watch Naruto versus Ichigo Death Battle. And if you don't know who Death Battle is, they break down shit to a molecule level. Seriously, dude, they do like the best. They're so cool. They do like these nerd matchups of like Boba Fett versus Samus, or Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom. You know, they do all these like matchups that are pretty interesting, Hulk versus Doomsday and so on. And ever since they did Superman versus Goku, I was like, okay, if they would dare to solve that debate, they have to do one for Naruto versus Ichigo someday. And ever since I was a wee little lad first getting into anime, that has been the #1 question on my mind. Who would win in a freaking fight, Naruto or Ichigo, to the death? No holdbacks, no like, no, I can't kill him. No, if they just have to fight to the death, who is going to freaking kick ass? I'm so fucking stoked. I'm glad this is happening now instead of tomorrow or Friday too, because I'm about to leave like out of town. I wouldn't have been able to do this video, so if it came out early, I'm glad it did. But I thought it was coming out the 11th. But whatever. All I'll say is that I am personally rooting for Ichigo. I'm rooting for Ichigo, but I believe Naruto will win. Naruto might be faster. He's a little bit more technique-wise, as the series has gone on, a bit smarter. When it comes to power, probably Ichigo, but you know, something tells me Naruto is gonna win, but I am rooting for my freaking boy Ichigo. I'm freaking nervous, dude. If Ichigo wins it, I'm gonna be freaking pumped, but it's not gonna be fair because the manga, his Bankai was so rushed, and we really don't know exactly what his Bankai does. His true Bankai. This is gonna be full of, like, battle spoilers. So, I don't know how they're gonna cover that. I'm really curious to see what they do. I'm gonna be freaking pumped.
Without knowing the facts, I guess. So yeah, let's continue on and see what it's about. I'm excited. I wonder. I mean, I want my boy Naruto to win.
The Holy Shonen Trinity. The Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This entire video. This is real. Okay, here we go.
The Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful soul.
Okay, so the guy's manga form.
He's Wiz 9 Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
Dude.
to find out who would win a death battle.
Dude,
Characters of the Holy Shonen Trinity. You have Luffy, you have Ichigo, you have Naruto. Two of the series are done, Bleach and Naruto, the series that we are seeing in this death battle. And when you look at the stats, because I do this stuff on my channel when it comes to versus matchups, I had a stream about this when it comes to anime and manga fights, and people have always asked me the question, Naruto or Ichigo, who would win in the fight? In all honesty, when you look at the bare bones stats, when you look at durability, when you look at speed, when you look at DC, meaning destructive capacity, when you look at physical strength, when you look at abilities, Naruto has Ichigo beat. Like straight up, Naruto has Ichigo beat. Now there are a few caveats, like for example, we never saw the full release of Ichigo's Bankai at the end of the series because Yuha was like negated, nope. So we never really saw how powerful Ichigo truly was come EOS Bleach. That's number one. Number two, Ichigo's most powerful state was the Dangai state, and afterwards his most powerful attack was the Mugetsu. Number three, if we're including the last Naruto the movie with Tonere, I mean, whoa, things really do take leaps when it comes to that movie. But I'm curious to see the details. If they have Ichigo win,
What?
I'm pretty shocked. If they have Naruto win, that's what I expect. But when it comes to the details and the specifics of their stats, do they make sense? Do they make sense? So without further ado, let us dive headfirst into this death battle, Naruto and Ichigo. Entertain me, Wiz and Boomstick. Entertain me. Let me raise the volume real quick. By the way, there is a video that I'm planning when it comes to Toriko versus Dragon Ball Z, because I do want to gauge where Toriko would lie in Dragon Ball Z as a verse, because they're a very impressive verse.
Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz 9 Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, they're going sprites?
Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, is a pretty quiet town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The #1 knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home,
Frick yeah.
everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and
I love
ostracized
him
by
so
his
much.
peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word
get
for
respect.
ninja governor.
The only
But
way Naruto
you
could
gotta be
reach such
respected
a
to be
prestigious
Hokage.
position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think
That's
he
how
is? An
everyone would
airplane?
run.
Like a clown and run
But it
like
is
a
called
real
Naruto
human
running.
being. What does he think he is? An airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
Dude, did you not see? I saw a YouTube video where they saw a real life ninja. Like they were interviewing a real life ninja and they showed freaking like a video of them of Naruto running and he goes like, yeah, we kind of run like that, like very similarly. It's real, guys. Like you need to watch that.
Oh, they're going sprites? I like sprites. I remember back in the day, I saw an old sprite. I think it was like a 4-parter or a 3-parter where it was Naruto versus One Piece. I actually really liked it a lot. So, have seen sprites used that often up until you saw death battles and that kind of stuff on YouTube. Like, I want to say like 3 years ago when you would see a lot more sprites coming into the, I suppose, death battle scene.
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been...
Alright, so this is all stuff that we already know. Full name Naruto Uzumaki, height, just basic stats when it comes to Naruto's background. Not a big deal.
But he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Let it go.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to
All right, you know what?
excel
Let me
in
just skip
ninja
this up because I want to get to the real stats.
Still tried his hardest to can use chakra like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure, Wiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand
No, he
on water
can't
like a...
heal himself. He can heal his wounds quickly, but it does that on its own.
Can heal himself,
But
seal
that's-
monsters
that's
away,
from the Nine
walk up
Tails,
walls, all sorts of
right?
flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a few new ones of his own.
Yeah. The strat.
His signature move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
For all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water.
He does kind of have sealing when he does use the Rasengan of the Rasengan infused chakra of the first tail beast, because at the end of the story he does have the accumulation of several different tail beasts, all of them actually inside of his own body. Though there's a caveat where
Ninja Jesus.
when he's Hokage he becomes weaker because there's a period of peace and he's no longer training that much. Right.
His signature move.
All right, here we go. So
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, shadow clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand, Naruto creates a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented candies. But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other.
I'm assuming that they're going to cover most of the ninjutsu when it comes to his Rasengans, and that's all under the abilities category. But he does have a lot. So he has the Shadow Clone, Transmission, Summoning, Rasengan, and their variants. We're going to release Rasen Shuriken and those variants as well.
Over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, shadow clone.
He has Taijutsu, that's true. He has the so he has the frog, the sage mode of frog techniques where he can kind of miss the punch, but the natural chakra actually hits the person anyway. We saw that against Pain. He has the Genjutsu stuff. Wait, hold on, Genjutsu can counter Genjutsu. All right, well that's irrelevant in this fight, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, the weapon stuff. Okay, so he has that too, but I don't see him using that much in the fight. I mean, maybe he will because Ichigo is the sword user, so maybe they will give him some kunai stuff, but
And he can get
that'll be the
pretty
most of that.
tricky when he makes
I don't see him using
thousands of them.
any. What is
When
that?
strategies
Oh, they have a little note card there too. Okay, that's cool. Naruto's extremely adept at developing complex shadow clone strategies on the fly. That's
save
true.
the day, he can always just beat his opponent.
Like, if there is one thing I will say is that Ichigo may have the edge in overall intelligence, but when it comes to an actual fight, Naruto does come up with a lot of shadow clone techniques in the middle of a fight. He's very good. He's very combat savvy.
Willy Wonka's invented candy.
As is Ichigo, but the thing is that Naruto, because he's a shinobi, he has to deal with, I would say, a lot more variance when it comes to his opponents. And as a result, he has to adapt on the fly, and he has shown that time and time again when it comes to his combat intelligence. He can come up with stuff on the fly, and mainly when it comes to shadow clones. And you can see right there, we have a lot of variants of his Rasengan. He previously required at least one shadow clone to assist in creating a Rasengan, but that changed the moment he got the cubic stuff, because he can make the hand protrusions come out and make Rasengans, obviously.
But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Yep, that's true too.
Naruto techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and
Sage
transformation
mode.
jutsus. He can even transform into a naked
Sexy
woman.
jutsu.
Ho, 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 ho!
Will that
Looks
affect
like he's
Ichigo?
been
I don't
studying.
even know.
I guess that's one plus side to
Probably.
not having parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
While most individuals have chakra,
That's
everyone
true.
has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy
Yeah.
one possesses, the more
But he
chakra
was
they'll
like
have at their disposal.
overflowing with
Just like
chakra.
the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should.
Exactly.
All thanks to the beast within.
And therefore
Yeah,
it's
he's
hard
got
to
a
control
monster
it.
in his stomach.
Let's backtrack. Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even
Though Ichigo may be able to block some of that because I believe, actually, he probably could block most of that because Ichigo's natural Reiatsu may act as an armor against the miniature attacks, the cellular attacks of the Rasen Shuriken.
transform into a naked woman.
Ho, 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need
Rip
to worry
Hugh,
about
baby.
anyone
Rip
walking
Hugh! The girly mags back in the day. Yeah,
The more
buddy.
physical and spiritual
I
energy
know,
one
I
possesses,
know.
the more chakra they'll
I was
have
a
at their
strapping young
disposal.
lad too.
Just like
I
the
still
gas
am.
tank from a chainsaw.
Still am, baby.
Thanks to his heritage, far more than he reasonably should.
'Cause of the
All
nine-tailed
thanks
fox,
to the
duh.
beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known
Let's
as
skip
the
this stuff.
Ninth
These are stats for Kurama specifically. Nine Tails Nodo Chakra, formerly split into yin and yang halves. That's true. Can sense negative emotions and natural energy techniques. Tail Beast Ball, Chakra Shockwave, Wind Star Release. Kurama had a. I forgot if that's true or not. But Fire Star. Okay, let's just take it at face value because those two aren't really a big deal when it comes to Kurama himself. The main thing here is the Tail Beast Bomb and the Chakra Shockwaves. Fair enough.
Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state increases all of Naruto's physical
Tail forms, Sage Mode, Senjutsu gathers natural energies. Okay, so that's true. Okay. Oh wow. So they're actually okay. So they're going to put. Though we did see clips previously, so they're going to put the Sage of Six Paths Chakra Mode in this fight. That's Naruto's strongest form. Now, granted, Naruto I think has displayed better DC feats and better speed feats in the Tonere Naruto the last movie, but from an ability standpoint, this is his strongest form, easy, because he has the Gudo Dama, the right there, the truth-seeking balls, and they are a composition of all the elements, including the light and dark paths, and they can destroy things upon contact. And Chakra Mode as well, Tail Beast Bomb can summon Kurama as an avatar, that's true as well.
abilities.
In fact, he can do clones of Kurama's avatar as well.
Perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog.
Irrelevant.
I'm not kidding.
Irrelevant.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and
That's
energy
true.
output.
Best of which is the Nine Tails Chakra Mode. Flame on! It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama Chakra Mode.
Okay, this is true. This is true. It is Kurama Chakra Mode because he's friends with Kurama in the last, obviously. But I think he doesn't have the Gudo Dama. He doesn't have any of the Sage Six Paths stuff at this point in time. Tonere in the movie has the Gudo Dama, but in the movie, Naruto does not have any of the truth-seeking balls.
Chakra mode grants Naruto extra protection.
But his QB chakra form is probably stronger in the movie than in actual canon manga.
A sense for negative
And anime.
emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Is it only 9? I thought it was more.
Attacks, extra
Well,
movement.
it's okay. It's 9, I guess, from his main body because he has the nine-tailed fox. But on top of that, he has clones, and the clones themselves can also create multiple chakra arms as well.
Ability, creating Rasen Shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny hand.
He can also shroud himself in a nine-tails sized avatar
Yes.
and use Kurama's ultimate attack. the tailed beast bomb. So destructive it can level a mountain range.
All right, so now we're getting to like the bare bones. Now we're getting to like some value stats here. So, scaling the other tailed beast, the tailed beast bomb max damage output is 5 teratons of TNT. This is true, though I don't know if I would say as much as a mountain range, because a mountain range I would consider to be, let's say, 3 or more mountains. Probably more than that. The thing here is the tail beast bomb itself from the other tail beast can actually vaporize a mountain in a very big explosion. When it comes to the nine-tailed fox, I believe he alone, his Bijou Dama was on the same level of, I think, 5 or 6 Bijou Dama. I mean, we even see it right here, actually. You see it right there. Hold on.
And use Kurama's ultimate attack, the tailed beast bomb.
Yeah, so the tail beast bomb, this right here is the tail beast bomb of 6 tail beasts combined to 1. This is the tail beast bomb of just Kurama itself.
Destructive, it can level a mountain range.
And for his final form,
That explosion that you see right there is the combination of basically 7 tail beasts and one who has the same amount of DC as the other tail beast. With that explosion,
A few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine-Tails in 2, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
so his
Yeah.
first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant
there's
pet
more to
fox
it,
that can
but-
destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Gives me chills.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine-Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms.
Sage
First
mode.
up is Sage Mode, which sounds
pretty
like
sick.
something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a
Frogs.
frog.
This state increases all of Naruto's physical abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine-Tails Chakra Mode. Flame on!
Yeah,
It got
yeah,
even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama Chakra Mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny hand.
He can also shroud himself in a Nine-Tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed
I mean,
Beast Bomb.
his signature
So
attack is
destructive
the
it can
multi-shadow
level a
clone
mountain
jutsu. I don't know if they,
And
maybe I
for
missed
his
it,
final
but like
form,
they didn't
it's
like
spoiler
make
time.
a huge
Pay attention,
impact on that.
Yeah. All this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later, she got all murder happy, so her sons stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him. So yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection, Naruto was gifted the most divine form of energy.
At that pose,
Six
that was the
Paths
perfect
chakra.
like.
With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage
Frick
Mode.
yeah.
His strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode. Whew.
Good God, that's a confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was
He's an
just 12
expert
years
at
old.
hand-to-hand
He's
combat.
dodged a lightning speed punch
Taijutsu?
from the fourth Raikage,
I guess,
a
but-
feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the fourth databook, this Light Fang attack does indeed move at light speed,
Wow.
over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough to survive getting stabbed, have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lift a statue weighing
I mean,
several
he has a
hundred
few
tons,
weaknesses, like if
survived the fall
Kurama
from the
dies,
clouds,
he dies.
gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows,
Or if they remove
and
Kurama.
pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough, he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with
Amaterasu.
flames so
I freaking
strong
love
they
saying that.
burn other flames.
He can even make new eyeballs for blind people. What's up with that? Oh, and in his final fight with rival and possibly
Is not an indication of Kurama's ability alone with his Bijudama. It's a combination of 7 tail beasts. So I would go as far as to say it's mountain plus multi-mountain. Because mountain range, I would say, is better than multi-mountain or mountain plus. Because multi-mountain, I would say, is 2 mountains. Mountain range would be 3 or more from a DC scaling standpoint. But either way, like, they're not entirely wrong. In my personal opinion, they could be overestimating it a bit, but not by that much. So mountain range, I think, is fair, but again, maybe pushing it.
spoiler time. Pay attention, cause yeah. All this chakra stuff started with an alien
Kaguya.
named Kaguya.
So they're going back.
Which basically created chakra.
And yeah, she is an
Got
alien,
all
pretty
very
much.
happy, so her son stopped her.
Haruma.
The Sage of Six Paths
Hamura.
had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him.
Ah, that killed his character in so many ways.
Naruto's kind of an alien.
Killed it.
Through this connection,
Naruto's kind of an
an
Okay, bro.
6 Paths chakra. With it, he can enter 6 Paths Sage mode.
Meaning Kid Jesus. Just call what it is, Kid
He
Jesus.
can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
There you go,
He
yeah.
can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar.
Yeah, to
form
make the
6
three-headed
Paths
one.
Ashura Kurama Sage mode.
Yes.
Good God, that's
His most powerful form from a DC standpoint, from an Avatar standpoint.
Hand-to-hand combat.
That's
He
true,
could run
too.
Faster than the eye could see when he was just 12
Nah,
years old.
nah,
He's dodged
nah.
a lightning speed punch from the 4th Raikage, a feat considered
Alright, okay. Alright, okay. I knew that things were gonna get iffy the moment they started bringing up speed. Because I see right there the first thing. The speed of lightning bolt. Listen, first of all, they're using the horn. Let me finish this section right here.
comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light speed loop.
Whoa, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Before we get to the freaking light speed, let's get to the lightning speed.
Faster than the eye could
Whoa.
see when he was just 12
Okay.
years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the 4th
Lightning
Raikage,
speed punch.
a feat
Here's the thing. As far as I remember, when it comes to the chakra armor of the Raikage, there's 2 very important things, and I think they didn't get this clearly because they're saying it's a lightning speed attack. Chakra lightning is not actual lightning. Case in point, Sasuke when he brought down the lightning dragon. Chakra lightning and nature lightning are 2 different types of lightning. Number 2, the Raikage uses his own natural lightning and chakra and lightning armor to remove, I believe it's called the synapses within his brain. So in order for you to move your fingers, your brain sends a signal to your fingers so they can move. But with the lightning armor, that's removed entirely. And via the lightning nature, his speed is increased. But I don't think it's remotely even confirmed in canon, both the manga or the anime, that he moves at the speed of lightning, or he attacks at the speed of lightning. I would definitely say that Naruto, when he dodged that punch, he was not dodging a lightning speed attack. I would most definitely say that. It's lightning armor and it's lightning based chakra, and lightning chakra is not actual lightning fighting nature. And on top of that, it's used mainly to remove the term, I forget exactly what it is, but to remove that lag time from the brain to the body, and he can move at blazing speeds because of that, as well as the armor itself boosting his own physical abilities.
considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light speed loogie.
According to the 4th databook, this light fang attack does indeed move at light speed.
Okay, see, so again, for me, data books, I like to just I take them sometimes, but they're like third, fourth. They're not even secondary because the data books are very contradictory. Case in point, Haku can move at light speed. I think that was stated in a data book or something, or maybe Kishimoto himself just said that, but that was utter crap. Haku moving at light speed. But the thing here is this. That attack may very well move at light speed. However, what I do want to point out is the sweeping motion, and you can see it right here because that came from the manga itself. It may be the case that Naruto dodged the sweeping motion of the light beam as opposed to a direct attack of the light beam itself. When Madara was firing it, we see him go like this in the manga. In the anime, it looks like it's more of a direct laser at Naruto. So an equivalent here would be, let's say, Luffy in One Piece. At the beginning of the time skip of One Piece, Luffy dodges a pacifist laser, which is a Kizaru laser, which moves at light speed, and he calls it slow. Is then Luffy at base form, beginning of One Piece, second half, light speed reaction? That is something I would definitely say is of the same ilk here, because as opposed to dodging the light speed attack itself, it could be more so the main characters are dodging the initiation of the light speed attack. In this case, Madara, it's him sweeping with his head, and in Luffy's case, it was the pacifista raising its arms, or I think it was its mouth, to initiate the attack. So it could be dodging the initiation of the attack as opposed to dodging the attack itself. But I'll take that face value because it's very shaky grounds there. Speed is very shaky when it comes to anime and manga, unless they are very distinct when it comes to speed, like Kizaru, like NL, like Toriko as a whole, like Dragon Ball, kind of, because we just had Dispo in Dragon Ball Super, and Dispo, he's faster than light. So let's continue on with this video.
Over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough to survive getting stabbed,
Yep.
have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
Okay, well, here's the thing. There's a huge...
He's fought multiple tailed beasts.
That's actually a pretty cool thing they did there. I like that, how they just paused that and then have the music just come on right as the moon cracks. But listen, very important. Hold on, right here. More stuff. Pulverize Madara's meteorites, dodge Madara's light fang, tank Toneri's moon slicing blast, survived a 1.25 mile, 2 kilometer drop. Kurama defeated Hamura's golem, powered through Amaterasu, fought Madara's limbo shadows, defeated Gaara, Pain, Kaguya, Toneri. Blah. Listen, the moon is hollow, so there's no way on Earth you can gauge that as a moon level attack when the moon of Naruto is hollow. So imagine this water bottle right here is filled up with rubble. It's filled up with rock, right? There is a difference between cutting through a water bottle that is filled with rock as opposed to just cutting through a water bottle. There is a massive difference. Literally, that's the example here. The water bottle, what Toneri is cutting through is just the plastic parts of the water bottle. And that's it. The actual internal mass of the water bottle and water, rock, whatever it is, he's not cutting through that. The density and the mass of the Naruto moon is far less than our moon because the moon of Naruto is completely hollow. It has a civilization within itself, or it did, but now they're gone. And Toneri is like the last of that. So the fact of the matter is that you cannot say that Naruto took a moon slicing blast because what we see in Naruto isn't a de facto moon. It lacks the density, it lacks the mass of an actual moon, of an actual celestial body. Whoa, hold on. I jumped to something.
Slice the frickin' moon apart.
He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lift a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds,
Okay, that
gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously.
And also, very important to note, the meteorites in Naruto do not move at meteorite speeds that you would normally see in our world. Example of that, again, would be some like Fujitora from One Piece, or the Master of Meliodas in the Nanatsu no Taizai manga, where those meteorites actually move at meteorite speeds. They actually come plummeting, crashing down to the earth. You see the heat and everything. Whereas those meteorites are extremely slow moving. They're big, but they're very slow moving. They lack the velocity of normal meteorites. Therefore, they lack the force of normal meteorites. So from a size standpoint, he did destroy those meteorites, absolutely. But because the meteorites lack the force, the feat is not as impressive as it should be. That's very important to know, because force is what? Mass times acceleration. It lacks the acceleration massively. So the feat itself is not like our meteorites in the real world.
Can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
Well, yeah, it acts as armor. His his chakra. Kid Jesus. Kid Jesus.
With rivalry closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the
Naruto and
weather
Sakura's
and
first
disintegrating
kisses.
a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Okay, get
Close
over it.
enough.
Guys, I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Listen, okay? Boruto is not that bad. No. But like, hear me out. It's terrible in the beginning. It's such a slow start. You just haven't watched like 200 episodes in. Cause if you did, you would understand what I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna spoil anything, okay? Let's just say I cried in Boruto, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Run away! I never go back on my word! That's my ninja! My ninja way!
Damn.
And possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream
There we
and
go.
became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Burrito, bro.
Run away! Go back on my word!
Yo.
My ninja
I still actually have to watch Boruto stuff, but I have not been doing that in the slightest because I just don't care about Boruto. I really don't.
Oh no.
Okay.
Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone!
Oh, don't use the English dub. Don't do that.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he's
Basically.
really flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's
Like a
learned
ninja
number of
Jesus.
chakra techniques
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over
I still
again.
can't believe this is happening,
like the
dude.
sand-
He's invented more Rasengan's than Willy Wonka's invented candies. But his top pick,
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even transform into a naked woman.
See, this is the thing. Naruto actually has a lot more techniques than Ichigo, too.
He would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama.
Typical
They
roommate
eventually
drama.
became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis.
This is where shit gets
And
crazy.
as a-
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen Shuriken.
And fingering Hinata.
That's Naruto and his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him. So yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection,
He's
Naruto is
everything,
capable of
dude.
divine- He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form 6 Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode.
He even dodged this light speed loogie.
According to the 4th data book, this light fang attack does indeed move at light speed.
Here's the
over
technical shit.
670 million miles per hour.
In the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
Okay, he kind of dodged that, though. Don't use that one. And that's a movie. Oh, no, it's canon.
Final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land.
Why did I know that that would be
changing the
thrown
weather.
in?
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Burrito.
Close.
My ninja way!
See, yeah, Naruto's.
The Ichigo analysis is actually it's just as long as Naruto's.
Shinigami.
All right, unfortunately, I am gonna skip this one just for the sake of I don't want to be spoiled, to be honest, because I do plan on watching Bleach, so I apologize. I have no choice in this fight. I don't really care, to be honest. From what I've been told, Ichigo clears, so let's find out. Let's see what actually happens.
Time for a death battle!
Come on, Naruto, you got it. I believe in
Sir, he's got more techniques. Now let's get it to my boy.
Shinigami, the Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki.
Ichigo
seemed like
fucking
a pretty normal
Kurosaki.
kid growing up. While Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia,
AKA
who held
best
the
girl
illustrious
ever.
Job title of
Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
Damn. Giving me so much nostalgia.
Shinigami. It may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is. The
Yeah, I know.
Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo always
Ichigo
felt so
Kurosaki
like
seemed like a pretty
so
normal kid growing
mature.
up, doing well in school
Like,
and
he looked
learning
like
martial
he
arts
was
from his
like-
father.
like Naruto was like 12. Ichigo, I know he was in high school. He always looked like he was 17, 18, you know?
Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day, when he was 9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it
know.
wasn't really a girl at all.
It was
It was
something-
a hollow. A monster spawned from an abandoned
I know
human
what
soul,
happens.
and it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer. Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama boomstick. She always hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami
Slightest, because I just don't care about Boruto. I really don't. And here is
may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is.
Ichigo.
The Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years old and
All right, so bits of stuff here, full name,
young
and
Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
let's get to the real stats.
He remained ignorant of the truth, and those who have passed move on to the
Not porn, probably not.
Convenient.
All right, so another.
Convenient. There's a lot of convenient stuff in Bleach.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Yep.
So long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with Reishi powers.
Yep.
Because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringer.
Yeah, nobody cares about full bring. Don't even bring that into this.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet. What?
Okay, here we go.
Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
When using
Like a boss.
So Ichigo gained a new power boost with a swoopy hollow mask.
power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup, that awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, cause this shit's about...
Quincy Zangetsu. Okay, I don't know about this. I know that Quincy was one of the other characters. Like, he was a Quincy. So I'm a little confused with that. I have no idea what or how it has to do with Ichigo.
to get crazy.
Ichigo actually has
I'm so, like,
different
Now that the sword's
Shinigami
out,
power, Ichigo
some real stats are probably going to appear.
One made up of reishi, or spiritual matter.
Reishi is a primary component of all spiritual matter and makes up all spiritual bodies and naturally exists and blah blah blah. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. But let me say this though. Let me say this though, okay? That's actually a very important thing to know here. Let me go back real quick. Okay, so Reishi is the primary component of all spiritual matter. It makes up all spiritual bodies and naturally exists in the atmosphere like oxygen. The reason why that's very important, and I didn't realize that a minute ago, but I'm gonna talk about it here now. Ichigo is probably gonna be more powerful in a reishi dense environment as opposed to a non-reishi dense environment. So the example I would use here would be the Espada. We can say that the DC feats of Ulquiorra are better than the DC feats of the top 3 Espada, even though he's number 4. But the top 3 Espada, you would assume have greater DC feats than Ulquiorra. So how is it that in the actual Bleach manga and anime, we see lower DC feats from the Espada than we do Ulquiorra? If the reason is not because he had a double resurrection, then the reason has to be, and it probably is, because when they fought against the 3 Espada, the top 3 Espada and their fraction, they fought them in the human world, and the human world is nowhere near as dense as Hueco Mundo. So in the case of Ichigo, who is a Shinigami, his powers would also amplify if he's in an environment that is reishi dense like Hueco Mundo or like the Serete and the Spirit World as a whole. I'm assuming that since he's fighting against Naruto, he's going to be fighting Naruto in the human world. So it honestly depends on what you perceive to be Ichigo's real power. Is his real power when he's in the Serete, or is his real power when he's in the human world, the living world? Because if you look at it from the perspective of his real power being when he's in a area like the Serete, the Spirit World, or in Hueco Mundo, that would clearly mean that he's at a disadvantage when it comes to the overall amount of reishi. However, when you look at it from the perspective of his real power being in the living world, the human world, then you get a power boost by simply being in a very reishi dense area. So that kind of does matter, but odds are that's not going to be implemented in this fight. Odds are. Yeah, probably not. Let's continue.
Spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed.
Immense spiritual pressure, superhuman strength and speed. And listen, right here, dude. Speed, I can tell you here and now. When it comes to Bleach and speed, there's going to be a lot of qualms I'm going to have. I guarantee you. Masterful swordsmanship, Getsuga Tensho, Getsuga Jujisho, just Getsuga, Shunpo Flash Step, Blue. Okay, so that's. But can he control it? I forget if he can actually control that. The Blute Vein or the Blute Vein, however you pronounce it. But that is natural reishi defense. And Gran Rei Sero, which he combines with the Getsuga Tensho.
Cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say
Grimijo,
he walks through the air,
Jaga,
naturally occurring reishi as footprints.
Right.
But let's
Not really
get to the
flying,
juicy
but
part of
it is what it is there.
That's
Alright, so right here, just more stuff that we as Bleach fans, as Bleach readers already know about. Shinigami, Quincy, that's when she was stabbed by White the Hollow.
And he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringer.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow.
Amen to that.
Go together like oil and water.
No. Whoa. I caught that.
Go together like of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
Shinigami and Quincy go together. No. It's Quincy and Hollow. The primary reason why Yuha Bak attacked Hueco Mundo first was because the Hollows, they kind of poisoned the Quincy. Case in point, the reason why Ichigo's mom was in such a chaotic state was because she was attacked by a Hollow. And the Hollow's natural Reiatsu, like, poisoned her. So that's why you see the hole appearing in her neck. And the reason why Ishin had to sacrifice his powers in the first place was to stabilize her. So the fact of the matter is that it's the Hollows and the Quincy that don't get along, that mix together like oil and water. Shinigami and Quincy appears to be relatively fine. It's just that the Quincy's, they destroy souls entirely, which is the main reason why there was such a massive coup against the Quincy to almost wipe them out, because they were destabilizing the balance of souls when it comes to the world of the living and the world of the dead, whether that be the Serete and the Society and Hueco Mundo.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
Wait a second. Wow, that's crazy. Because he just says he learned plenty of neat techniques. It's just the Getsuga Tensho and variants of the Getsuga Tensho. The only thing that's different is the Gran Rey Zero, but it's kind of different because he even still combines it with the Getsuga Tensho. Plenty my butt. No. Don't give me that. Plenty. Like, the man has an arsenal like Naruto. Not even close. Not even close.
Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword.
Reiatsu is physical force performed by applying spiritual energy. The offense. Okay. So the Reiatsu crush thing, I don't see that being a thing. Yeah, I really don't, because that may work on, like, let's say lower energy life forms like regular humans or animals, but on something like Naruto, I don't think it'd be a factor at all. I really don't. Because remember, chakra has a spiritual component as well. It does. Remember that.
Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword beam. And Ichigo
It's a sword beam.
Close, or even blast two of them at once.
The
From
Juji
his
show.
side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability.
I don't know if
From
he
his
can actually
Shinigami
do that
training,
innately.
Ichigo
I forget if he
exceptional
can or
sword
not.
skills and learned Shunpo, or
I think he
flashing,
can.
which greatly enhances his speed.
Right.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked
Bankai! Bankai!
Over the course
Hey, there we go,
of
bud.
hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo
Shikai Bankai, boost power factor of 10, that's true. Hovication, complete hollow, visored hollow, Vasto Lorde with the horns, merged hollow plus Quincy form. Merged hollow plus Quincy form. Dangai, final. Okay, so that's the Mugetsu. Merged hollow plus Quincy form.
Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms, starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai.
Yeah.
Despite essentially being
Fuck.
Ichigo's base,
Fullbringer, get out of here, man. Right here. True Bankai is blank for a reason. Like I said before, the true power of Ichigo we never really saw. We can assume that it's, 5 to 10 times stronger, like a natural Bankai increases one's power like that.
Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
Yeah.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days.
With Urahara's assistance,
When
majorly,
Bankai, one's power can
majorly.
grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater.
Yes.
And according to the official data book, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves.
Holy Jesus.
No. What? Like lightning, Ichigo. Oh my god, no. Wait a minute. No. That's unacceptable. Listen. Okay, see, I knew that Bleach was going to be a problem when it came to speed. I knew it was going to be a big problem. But that is nowhere near concrete enough. Naruto and the Raikage is one thing. That's utter crap. That is a steaming pile of horse manure right there. Definitely. Are you serious? Like lightning, Ichigo pressures Byakuya with godlike speed. It's godlike speed, but it's like lightning? No. No. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. In actual canon manga, there have been moments where Ichigo overwhelms people with speed. True. But there was a character called Ichimaru Jin, and he stated before that his Bankai can move 500 times faster than the speed of sound. Granted, he did lie. He said that his powers were completely different. But to say, okay, let's give him lightning-based because of this one sentence in the data book, like lightning, hell no. What does like lightning mean? Does that mean the return stroke, or does that mean the freaking step ladder or whatever it's called? Because those move at 2 completely different speeds. That's why for data books, just for the most part, they're like third or fourth when it comes to the pecking order of the checklist of the stats. Definitely. When it comes to speed, I would not even consider that at all. Because what they're trying to do here is that they're trying to clearly make a parallel between Ichigo and Naruto. Because Naruto, he dodged a lightning speed attack from the Raikage, and Ichigo, he can move like lightning. We need far more concrete lightning timing when it comes to those two, that's for sure. Ichigo, way more so than Naruto. And on top of that, there's even a lightning-based Reishi character called Candace Catnip. Ichigo did do a pretty good job against her, that's for sure. And when we see the Juji show was used against one of Candace's attacks. If you want to say that Reishi lightning is like nature lightning, natural lightning, and again, that's a stretch here, because Reishi lightning, whether it's Quincy, Hollow, Shinigami, would probably be under the same category as chakra lightning, where they're not natural lightning. It's not found in nature. Duh. But if you want to use that as the measuring tool, then Ichigo has lightning speed reaction that stage in the game, when he has the two Shikai, the Quincy hunting knife and the hollow sword. Not when he's in Bankai fighting against Byakuya. Whoa. No. Wait a minute. Come on now, dog. That's the best I can do when it comes to lightning things in Bleach. And again, that's assuming that Candace Catnip's lightning Reishi is lightning speed found in nature. Not just the step up ladder, whatever it's called, but also the return stroke. Big claims. Let's continue.
Bankai. Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable.
His form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state.
This isn't really that relevant, though, if they're doing peak Ichigo.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form,
I have not actually heard that phrase yet.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT.
Don't compare it to the moon, though.
I've only watched literally like this much, you know?
Confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with Reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his
got
mother,
a whole
while
lot
the
of
other
stuff.
is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword beam, and Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast 2 of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
Dude. Bankai.
Over the course of his career battling Hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpower forms.
Man.
Starting with the base Shinigami form,
Ichigo
Shika.
is so
Despite
cool.
essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
It makes me want to
The
watch
next
the
step
show.
was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this
Bankai.
form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the official databook, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai?
If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, So Ichigo gained a new power boost with a swoopy hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful,
Really?
the hollow can take
Is that
him out
heavy?
of his body, sending him into a violent
Not too
berserker
sure,
state
but I'll take
referred
at face
to
value.
as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training,
Again, this is where I said beforehand, we don't know if that's the legitimate power of Ukiura. If you want to see it as he's in Hueco Mundo, therefore not comparable to the human world is less reishi dense compared to Hueco Mundo. So that attack, compared to the same Lanza de Relámpago in the human world, would be far smaller. It'd be far smaller. Again, you have the top 3 Espada who aren't rocking DC feats of the same level as Ukiura because they fought in the human world where, again, it's less reishi dense as opposed to Hueco Mundo where it's very reishi dense. And on top of that, we have to go into the size of Las Noches and... oh, man. Woo! That's it. I hope to God that they don't do that. Oh, please.
Dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even... He broke through the black... Dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even...
That was not a mountain. I'll say here now that was not a mountain. The size of the thing. Listen, mountains at the very minimum 1 kilometer. At the very minimum, to be a mountain, to be an actual mountain that will belong in a mountain range, at the very minimum 1K tall. 900. All right, 900 meters. All right, what 800 meters? That's not even close, dog. You see Ichigo and Aizen right there. You see bushes right there. Because there's an aerial shot. Hold on, do they show the aerial shot?
Been trying. He broke...
No, they don't. Okay, no, they don't. And then, oh, the Hado 90. Ooh, we're gonna get to that. Oh, Ichigo. Oh no. Listen, all right. Oh, good lord. Okay. When you look at the manga, particularly too, it is very apparent that hill is just that. It's a hill. Like it's a rocky formation that is hill in nature, hill in size. Like the tail beasts are comparable in size to this thing. Straight up. The tail beasts, which are like 100, anywhere between 200 to 100 meters in height, are comparable to this thing. I'm sorry, that's a lie. From 200 to 50 meters in height. Oh, that mountain is comparable to those things. Absolutely not. That is not I would not say it's a mountain because for me, at the very minimum, I would say 900 meters high. At the very minimum, okay? That's like calling Wadasume in One Piece a mountain. He's 400 meters tall. He's massive, but he's not a mountain. Casually obliterates mountains. Again, no. Wrecked the Vavelt, okay, Yua's palace. Survived Aizen's Fragger. He got burned, but it wasn't a big deal. And Hado 90. If they say anything about a black hole, it's not a black hole. In the manga, he smacks away the Hado 90 barrier, the wall, before it even forms. Now, you could make the argument here that the Hado 90 may have been a black hole because it did manipulate space and time. But the problem is that when he used against Komamoru, it wasn't black hole nature, but that wasn't a true Hado 90. What he did against Ichigo was a true Hado 90, but it doesn't even fully form in the manga. It does not fully form in the manga. It's not a black hole. It's that simple. Not a black hole. Let's continue here.
He broke through the black coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so friggin' big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT.
What? This? 814 kilotons of TNT? They must be including the size of the column too. They have to be. They have to be. They have to be. They have to be, bro. They have to be. Cause the no. What? Do you know how many nukes that is? How many nukes is that? What? I mean, listen, okay, let's put it in layman's terms, okay? Keep it simple. I would say that is a mountain range level attack. That right there is comparable to the QB Bijou Dama. I'll keep it simple. We have no idea how deep it is. We're gonna see the flames at the bottom. Is that where, like, can we judge where the ground is of that? No. Can we even see the full? Not really, because they're floating kind of above it, but also like right at like, it's ground level. As far as I remember, they were at ground level. As far as I remember, Aizen and Ichigo were at ground level, and he fired the. Was it at ground level though? You know, I forget. Honestly, I forget.
Maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face.
That's what I'm saying. Yo.
No.
Oh, wait. I caught that. Wait, get back. I feel stupid now because I did caught that. 54 little boys to the face. Okay, all right.
54 little boys to the face.
And then boomstick, yeah. I like how I have the bleak thing going on too.
The moon's not.
Literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it.
But this isn't relevant.
In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai. Complete with not one, but two.
That was an amazing
Finally
moment.
balanced a brand new level of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named... what?
Yuhuach. Nobody knows how to say his name.
And then he lived happily ever after. Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
And letting down a shit ton of
Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained
So
a
creepy.
new power boost with a spoopy Hollow mask. This form is
Okay.
strong enough to
Whoa.
lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde.
Whoa.
Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's
Whoa.
powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai,
Oh, look at him. He
which
looks
most
even
people
cooler.
call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so friggin' big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face. No. I meant the bomb from 1945, not the. Oh God.
Well,
Oh God.
That's stupid. That's good, but that's stupid.
try as those little boys.
Yeah, no, it has to be the column. It has to be that big column, the big explosion. It has to be shockwave and everything too.
Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself.
Yes.
I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
His strongest attack, probably. As far as we see in the story.
But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal. But 17 months later, he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical ability.
Get out of here with
But
that.
he lost those two.
It's worth noting that while in Fullbring Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old Getsuga.
No, whoa, 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 what? Whoa, wait a minute, no. As far as I remember, Ginjo Kugo, he thought that what Ichigo had done was a Getsuga Tensho. Ginjo Kugo wasn't around to see Ichigo's actual Getsuga Tenshos. He mistaken Ichigo's sword swing shockwave for a Getsuga Tensho. But nowhere is it fully confirmed at all that that sword swing shockwave is just as powerful as Ichigo's old Getsuga Tenshos. And when you say old Getsuga Tenshos, do you mean his old Shikai Getsuga Tenshos or his old Bankai Getsuga Tenshos? That one just immediately no.
Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to
I know people want to use the foraging of Ichigo's Zanpakutos and the quote-unquote entire sea, even though the sea is on a floating city, right? So sea, right? Sea. As far as I can tell, what we see is like a bay area around Nemaya's workstation, whatever, because you need the water to forge the swords, duh. But the thing here is, it's not comparable to Ichigo's output of power, all right? Just because an entire sea, quote-unquote big-time sea, was used to forge Ichigo's Zanpakuto doesn't mean that the sea vaporized energy is then equal to what Ichigo can output. Again, we don't see that output in Ichigo's abilities. Again, we never really saw him use his Bankai at the end of the series. But at the same time, from what we did see, they're not comparable.
Shikai, complete with not one, but two Zengetsu swords.
Yes.
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this
Okay, yeah, that's okay, fair enough.
With
That's
one
the
of
form.
the strongest Hollow attacks,
The Grand Ray Sarah, yeah.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No.
No! No! So, I've seen this used before in previous calcs, but my issue, there's two major issues when it comes to this speed calc, because it is a speed calc. How fast Ichigo move? Number one is the speed of the Shunpo. That's number one. The speed of the Shunpo. Because right here, don't worry, it's not that far away. If you use Shunpo, it'll take just about 1 week. Who's Shunpo? How fast is the Shunpo? That's number one. Number two, what a lot of folks do, and it irks me a lot when it comes to this calc, is they never take into consideration the spiral nature of the staircase. As you can see right here, the staircase is spiraled. What Ichigo did was just plummet straight down. He went like right down the middle. He went through all of that. He said, screw spiraling down, I'm gonna go straight down. When you compare the distance of spiraling down as opposed to straight down, that distance is far shorter. That distance is leagues shorter. Folks don't do that for some reason. And Kubo, to be fair, Kubo does have a very, very piss poor way of scaling. He does it in the sense of time. It takes, for example, Serete, Yorichi, it'll take us X amount of days to get to the other gate. But when we see an actual bird's eye view of the entire Serete, when Yuha was doing his thing, we see two gates that are within view, mind you. And we know that the gates are as big as Jidambo, the giant that guards one of the gates. So if you just scale Jidambo and you scale him all the way across, it is nowhere even close to 7 days. Hueco Mundo is probably like the worst offender of this. God, Hueco Mundo is what? It takes 4 days or 5 days to get to the other gate. But the one who's saying it is Neliel, who's in kid form. And not only that, but they're walking in sand. Worst. Like, I don't know why Kubo didn't keep it simple when it came to scaling. He had to do time for some reason, and then this throws things out of whack massively. Like, it'll take us this amount of time to run to this area of Hueco Mundo. Okay, so what's the speed, or not run, walk. What's the speed of, or whatever, it doesn't matter. What's the speed of a child walking or running in sand for 3 days? What's that speed? Let's count that speed. That's the primary reason why speed is very difficult to gauge in Bleach. Because Kubo, he uses mainly time as opposed to distance when it comes to gauging certain areas. Instead of saying it's not that far away, it's only like X amount of kilometers to the Seirei.
Shipping fans.
Blade in order to protect my friends.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, if you know, Naruto and Ichigo eat their food.
I don't know.
Well, try as those little boys might, all it did to Ichigo was burn his arm. And he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack,
hair grew
Dangai
longer.
Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself.
Whoa.
I know that's confusing, but just roll.
That's him?
To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
Which busted up one of the biggest
bunch of
baddies
shit.
in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a
What?
raw deal, but 17 months later, he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities. But then he
Oh,
lost
okay.
those two.
It's worth noting
Oh.
that while in Fullbring Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old
So he
Getsuga
has, like, a
Tensho.
But he
Trump
still didn't
card
give up.
in a way,
After
but he
training with
loses
some
all his
top-tier
abilities
Soul
after?
Reapers and eating some food, which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came.
Okay.
In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but two Zengetsu swords.
Whoa.
Finally balancing the Shinigami,
Wielder.
the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks,
Damn.
the Gran Rey Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level
it?
of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named Ewok? Ewok?
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp ka sound, so Yowok?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, we can assume this Bankai worked similar to his old ones, increasing its physical
Wow, we're
speed
going
and
through the
strength
manga, which
along
makes
with his
sense if
Reiatsu
Bleach hasn't
tenfold.
finished and
Even
Naruto
without
has.
his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after.
Wow.
Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name him? Ichigo?
What? No, it's Kazui.
Ichigo.
I might have got him mixed up with the other Enchilada Kid or whatever.
Close enough.
It's a 1 week journey. Dude, come on. Just keep it simple, Coobs. Keep it simple. Yo, Ichibe, when it came to him smacking Yuha with the palm, Ichibe, his palm attack can send people flying, I think it was 1,000 ri. And basically, the distance is comparable from New York to California, the entirety of the USA, from East Coast to West Coast, straight up. However, Yuha Bak is in mid-flight when Ichibe cuts him off. Let me continue. But basically, Bleach is very hard to gauge when it comes to speed because Kubo has very poor scaling methods. Very poor.
Some old dude who planned to destroy the universe.
Some old dude? Whoa. Wait, what do you call him?
Which was immediately crushed by who planned to destroy
Some
the
old dude.
universe.
Respect.
Ewok?
Yewok?
What?
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God,
Bro.
Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp ka sound, so Yowok?
Yuha! Frickin' Yuha! Damn, who cares? No, it is funny though.
Increasing its physical speed and strength along with his
Yeah,
Reiatsu.
fine, yeah. If you assume that's the case, then fine, yeah.
Bankai,
Because
he
it is a
still
Bankai.
cut Mustache Man to shreds.
We're the help of Ishida Uryu big time. I mean, massively big time. Basically, he needed Ishida to hold you all down with that one Quincy Star thing. Man, whatever. Just,
With the other Enchilada Kid or whatever.
Enchilada Kid.
Substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
Yeah,
I'm Ichigo
over the
Kurosaki,
freaking
substitute
burrito
Soul
joke.
Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
Man, I really don't know. I'm pretty sure Naruto's gonna take it because they're gonna compare the moon shit, and I need to watch the movie and get it, but I feel like he didn't just directly take it. You don't see him just go like get hit by it. They're gonna say Naruto's faster, which I would believe, yes. He can take more. Naruto's gonna fucking win. I know he's gonna. If Ichigo does win, I want them to give a proper explanation as to why. Even though I'm rooting for my boy, I want a proper explanation. But no matter what, fandom's gonna explode. Either outcome. I'm really nervous, dude. I'm really freaking nervous. This is the fight. This is the moment I've been waiting like 10 years for. is to actually get a very well broken down explanation video as to who would win.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Damn.
All
this is
right, the
so
combatants
cool.
are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named after food? Maybe
Are they
you
really?
can find them in your next punch from
Like,
Blue
Ichigo
Apron.
really means strawberries? That's so funny. What?
Grandpappy Boomstick.
Sound good to you. The ingredients are perfectly proportioned and the instructions are... All right, the combatants are...
All right, let's go.
Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first,
Entertain me.
Naruto and Ichigo are named after food? Maybe you can find them in your next punch from Blue Apron.
Basically, blueapron.com/battle if you are into that. There you go. Death battle.
Shut the hell up, guys. Who do you think you are? Completely stupid yourselves? As for asking you, you completely the strongest you for yourselves, and nobody beats you, so there is only acceptable for that battle for to know I was a complete foolish, but no, I completely eat myself for real reasons. So because I eat it for some reasons my mom did to me. But shut the freaking out there my mouth. I tried to eat my dessert of my mother for I never to dessert of my foolish. It's because my hunger is dying now for hungry. I'm completely unseparated, you guys. Hey, do it whatever you want. Because I deserve a house the many times I can do. That's why I need to do. And also I watch these videos on TV. No, because go here.
Death battle.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Ah, Naruto's gonna win.
What's that energy? Is that a hollow? Is that a hollow?
Sprites galore, bro. Damn.
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
Naruto, I sense a presence.
Is it Kurama?
Naruto,
Oh my god.
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
Naruto, I sense a presence. Naruto, wake up.
Whoa, he's invisible!
Wow.
Sense a presence.
Ichigo's voice actor for this is pretty good.
Wake up.
Just instantly going, okay.
Whoa, he's invisible!
He's invisible.
You can't see me? Good.
Wow. Voice actor for Ichigo is pretty spot on. Oh, we can't.
Running, coward!
You can't see me? Good.
Oh. So, oh, he really can't see him? Damn.
Quit running, coward!
Well, like, he can't see you.
Naruto, keep moving.
That's the voice they use for Kurama. That's funny. Ichigo leaps in immediately. Okay, all right. Well, it is what it is there. Hunting blade. Cool, cool.
He's invisible!
Oh, they're using that? They're using...
Good.
I'm impressed. They're actually using that whole Shinigamis are invisible to regular human beings. But that shouldn't play that much of a big role because chakra is partly spiritual.
Running, coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
He can't see him because he's a ghost. I didn't think of that.
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
I didn't think of that, but that's not very fair. Naruto can still sense it though. But that's still.
How the heck?
Ugh.
to lecture.
Okay, pop off.
You're dead!
Ooh.
Hell the heck?
The voice is funny.
Hell the heck?
Saw it coming.
Substitution jutsu.
I see you. I see you.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Bring it on!
Holy shit.
Katsuya!
Holy fucking.
Bring it on!
Multi-shadow clone jutsu. Oh, I like it. It's not. But damn, that's like his. He's in his Nine Tails form. Come on. Where's the Sengun?
Shit, dude. He's got two. He's got his two swords.
I feel like Ichigo's gonna win. Oh, I didn't put my bet. I didn't put my bet. I think Ichigo's gonna win. Well, oh, fuck. Maybe because I watched the fight already. I feel like I'm already in this point of time. I think Ichigo's gonna win.
Really?
Oh, don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Bomb Sky! Bomb Sky! Yo, not bad. I'm still gonna be.
Wow. And also, I did not mean to
Yo,
say
not
I've watched
bad,
this. I
but I'm
didn't.
still gonna
I
beat
meant
your ass.
I watched a little bit so far in real time.
Your ass.
Hell yeah, man. Oh my god.
I see you.
So the moment he goes into chakra mode, Kyrie chakra mode, he can see Ichigo. Very intriguing take on that, very intriguing take. But it shouldn't really matter anyway, because again, chakra's part spiritual. Hollow mass. Okay, so he doesn't have that anymore, but why not? He's all stanced up, bro. I like the stance. I dig the stance. Really?
Really?
Oh, baby.
Yo, not bad, but I'm still gonna beat your ass.
Mmm.
Give me a freaking break. Give me a freaking break.
Give me a freaking break, bro. Too many transformations, dog.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh shit.
Is that the best you can do? Give me a freaking break. Is that the best you can do?
It might be.
Okay. Is this? I don't know if this isn't.
Wait, this is his like trump card, right? Yo. Okay. Or boy.
Holy shit. No. Yep, done. Done. Done.
Straight to Mugetsu? Seriously? Where's Don Guy? Straight to the Ultra QB form? Where's the Stage 6 patch chakra form? He needs that form to use that mode. Wait a second, what? Yeah, Ichigo's done. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, this is a land.
Beast form. Oh shit. Wait, so he won? Didn't he lose all his powers now? Naruto. Naruto! He won?
And he still tries to fight. Dude. I wish they didn't do that. Don't make that the ending.
Screw you, bastard!
I don't like that ending.
Who was that guy?
Damn, even
All right.
without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. Screw you, bastard!
What? Naruto won! Oh, hell
Who
yeah.
was that guy?
Oh my god.
And slide.
Screw you, bastard!
Yo.
Phew. Who was that guy?
Naruto just decimated Ichigo, bro.
Damn, even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up.
Was that just Luffy? What? Yo, wait a second.
Damn, even without.
Wow. Okay, first of all, that's a Chuck Norris and that one dude. The Sega's whatever. Okay, they're still fighting. It's just ridiculous. Luffy just stole Naruto's ramen. So are they setting up Naruto and Luffy now?
Without his powers, Ichigo never.
I mean, because I know that they had. Wait, was it Screw Attack or was it a Woman in Melee where they had Naruto and Ichigo when they had Naruto and Luffy fight and Luffy won the fight? I forgot.
Oh, damn!
Who was that guy?
Naruto, lock back in, bro. It's not over. KO! Naruto won? There's no way Naruto beat Ichigo, bro. Nah, bro. There's no way, dude. I haven't even seen Bleach, bro, and I know Ichigo clears, bro. There's no way! Chat, is this real? There's no way this is real, bro.
Damn, even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What? Jump on Ichigo.
You know, I really thought Ichigo was gonna like come back after that attack. I was like, oh, he's gonna come back. Because everybody says Ichigo's gonna win, but nah, Ichigo's kind of shit. But Ichigo has Shukai, and Bankai. Death battles.
Oh, hell
Who
yeah.
was that guy?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I don't know exactly, like I haven't watched Bleach, but like hell yeah, I freaking want him to win. Naruto, my boy. Wait, I want to
Ketsuya.
I see you.
So the sexy jutsu.
Really?
Yeah, just did not do anything.
Give up. What a. Give up. What a badass.
Wow, I love that actually. That was great. They kind of, yeah. I love that he won. Yeah. I mean, so what I was saying earlier was that I didn't make my prediction, and then I ended up watching 30 seconds of this fight, and then I made my prediction. But I felt like I was being biased because I was seeing Ichigo just kick ass. So I'm like, holy shit, like he's gonna win. I feel like he's gonna win. But that's me being biased, right? But yeah, wow. Oh, Naruto. it's so much nostalgia looking at Naruto. Very, very happy, but like honestly, Ichigo is way cooler. Like so cool. Like holy shit, I kind of want to watch Bleach. So I am watching Hunter x Hunter next.
KO! Damn, even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour.
He can move faster than lightning, and Ichigo is the speed of lightning.
At 1/3 the speed of light, Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
I mean, that seems like a long time.
Gurigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who...
I think it was 1 minute melee. But either way, so they may be setting up Luffy and Naruto. Naruto landslided Ichigo, bro. He didn't even use a Sage 6 Paths form. He just coasted him. Now, like I said before, Naruto has Ichigo beat in the vast majority of stats. Absolutely. Absolutely. And actually, now I think about it, I guess it would make sense that Naruto would coast Ichigo. But at the same time, they didn't show Danga Ichigo, but also they didn't show Sage 6 Paths Chakra Form Naruto. Well, let's continue here, because they have more stats after the fight's over.
What a badass.
Well, at least they should, because that's what they normally do.
You all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto
of course not.
had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor.
Better training. Better training. Yes. Broader arsenal. Yes. Better healing factor. Undeniable. Yes. So it's 3 yeses.
Invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm.
That's very true.
Touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with 6 Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's limbo clones, even though
very good point.
Separate plane of existence.
Very good
Also
point.
Keep in mind that while
very good
Chakra
point.
and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Yeah, right there.
Naruto can dodge light speed attacks.
Let's talk speed.
Faster than lightning.
I'll take at face value. When it comes to Naruto dodging the light speed beam, I'll take at face value because, again, I think it's more so him dodging the head motion of Naruto, of Madara, but it is what it is there. The return stroke.
Return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed.
Oh, no. Why does it keep on doing that? Okay, so let me see here. The return stroke is the light traveling down the jagged... Okay, so it is called the ladder. Yeah, so it's the ladder, which... Again, like you guys are assuming it's going to be the speed of the stroke and not the ladder. At the same time, if it's a bolt of lightning, then it would be the return stroke and not necessarily the ladder.
Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speed.
No.
And even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
Whatever they get here, I'm going to say a flat out no, because this calc is, honestly, Everybody gets it wrong because they never incorporate the actual pathway itself, the actual spiral pathway. And on top of that, when it comes to Shunpo, how fast is this Shunpo?
Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed. Like Ichibe,
What?
who can knock his foes 2,440.
No! Whoa! No! Whoa! Wrong. Wrong. I discussed that. I discussed this already. Wrong. All right. Wrong. Definitely wrong. All right. Because now they're gonna use the whole 1,000 re, and then when he cuts off Yuha, who, mind you, is in still flight, given the fact that the panels are still in the flight motion. Yuha's flight hasn't ended yet, and Ichibe cuts him off. That's number one. So we have no idea how far Yuha's traveling, so you can't gauge Ichibe's speed properly. Nowhere even close to that. And number two, you're gonna then use that as the Shunpo for travel speed that Kirige was talking about? No. It could be regular Shunpo. For example, Shunpo is comparable to Sonido that the Hollows use, or the Rankara. And Sonido is the something of sound. I like the echo of sound, something of that sort. It has sound in its title. So it could be as simple as being as fast as sound, or Mach 1. Come on. No. Whatever. No. No.
Miles away and appear next to him in a second. You watch the guy beat him by going twice as fast. So will you
What?
Did he say that he went twice as fast?
Going twice as
I don't. What?
like Ichibe,
They just threw that in there.
who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. You watch the guy beat him by going twice as fast. So
And they're getting 17 million miles per hour. No. It's false.
we'll use that as Ichibe's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour.
No.
That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed
And that's reaction speed. Hold on.
reaction speed. And
Wow. That surprised me. I'm surprised that they actually did this. I really am. Because they did have the combat speed, the movement speed. They did have the reaction speed. But if we're considering Ichibe moving at Yuha, that's travel speed, not necessarily combat movement speed. Because travel speed is different than combat movement speed, which is different than attack speed, which is different than reaction speed. There are 4 speed subgroups, okay? That's why speed's kind of tricky, because there's multiple speeds here. So the reaction speed of Naruto was the light speed thing. The combat movement speed, which they have at light speed. Again, both those are very shaky. I actually accept the light speed reaction thing more than I would the lightning one, because the lightning one I'm pretty sure is definitely wrong. But that's Naruto's reaction speed. Okay, fine, whatever. Movement speed, man. With Ichigo, when he traveled to Seirete, it's just that. It's his travel speed. His actual movement combat speed is different. His reaction speed is different. And his attack speed are also different. Your best bet is using Candace Catnip, who has lightning-based Reishi, but again, it's lightning-based keyword Reishi.
as Naruto's already shown, comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million
Jesus
miles per hour,
H.
40%
Christ.
faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. All right.
Wrong. Just fucking wrong. Wrong. Yo.
Have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased
has
his
so
fighting
many
potential,
forms.
as well as stack them, even though many forms were in
Does look
separate,
mad cool,
unconnected
though.
power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula. But where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well,
Whatever
nearly.
that means.
Ukiora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Mundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Reiatsu is equal to over 440
Oh my gosh, wow, I can't
billion
believe we're,
megatons
like,
of TNT.
Able
Thankfully,
to
Naruto's
calculate
chakra
this.
level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his
That was
chakra.
when he was
Most of
Hokage.
his chakra has been siphoned off.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least
that
480
was in the movie
billion
The
megatons
Last.
of TNT.
Was he Hokage then?
40 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional
Damn.
modes, which allowed him to block an attack that
I
cut
love
the moon in
Naruto.
half, a force that had to be over 27
me
trillion
happy.
megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to them?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick, if one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training,
Well,
and
Ichigo had the speed. Yeah, he was fast, but it was, I mean, they were basically, and Naruto and Ichigo's speeds were basically the same. Did I not hear that
They
right?
both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days.
Yeah.
Naruto sure got the Shonen Jump on Ichigo.
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki.
Woo! I love it. I love it. I
Stick
love
around, we're
it.
about to
This
announce
is pure nostalgia speaking.
Oh! Wrong. Flat out wrong. 40 Ichigo is 40% faster than the speed of light. Ichigo is FT. The way they came to that number is absolutely atrocious and just wrong.
Point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for
Fair
Ichigo
enough.
to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy.
Oh, that's not a factor. Oh,
With
come
that
on. That's
said,
not
let's
no.
compare his Reiatsu.
Well, because that's one thing's in Bleach. When all the captains attacked Aizen, Aizen was like, just like, you know, whatever. Like, he had the fucking, he had the Sephiroth music going on in the background. Like, no. So, because Reishi is also, it's directly parallel to the potency of attacks in Bleach.
Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely
Wait,
overpower an Aru,
every
his
transformation?
situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a
5,
boost
yeah,
of
that's 5,
times
yeah.
5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that
Garbage. Bruh. What is this garbage? Garbage! Absolute garbage! Oh, no. Ichigo's most powerful base state form is Dangai. Dangai is look at this. Dangai, his full bring Shikai is 10 times stronger than his Dangai. garbage. That is garbage. The only time the times 10 multiplier makes sense is from Shikai to Bankai, full bring Shikai to full bring Bankai, and merged hollow or true Shikai to true Bankai. These two right here. The merged hollow, the hollow power is independent of the Shinigami. Actually, no, they're not, because his Shinigami and hollow have kind of merged. So, okay, fine, then maybe you could do the merged hollow to true Bankai. Maybe you could. But that's it. But you have the power scheme all messed up in the first place. How is true Shikai? I can't even. No, I'm sorry. True Shikai, no. Full bring Bankai, no. Full bring Shikai, definitely not. Merged hollow, probably not. True Bankai, maybe is stronger than Dangai Ichigo. What? They're not even. They're separate power pools. Benefit of the doubt, my ass.
Clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stacked them, even though many forms were in separate, unconnected power sets.
Wait, okay, but you just said it yourself. They're in separate, unconnected power sets. Then why are you doing this? I don't understand. They're trying to gauge his reishi to Naruto's chakra, if I recall. Right? No, wrong. I'm sorry. Just wrong.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power.
Thank God they said that. Thank the heavens he just said that, because that was just false. This is just false on too many levels to even comprehend.
Here's our formula. But where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask first transformation, correct?
No.
Well, nearly.
No.
Ukiura states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Hueco Mundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall. Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of...
Wrong.
TNT.
So, plug that into the formula, and there you have it. Ichigo's Reiatsu is equal to over 400.
The best bet there is to gauge how fast a child can walk in the sand. And again, they're in an environment where reishi is dense. In the human world, reishi ain't that dense.
Billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the Hollow Moon. He survived the
Hollow Moon.
It was said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
Again, bursting a hole through a Hollow Moon is breaking a hole through something like this. It has no internal substance. Just breaking a hole through the plastic and that's it. Now, if there's rocks in the middle of here, that's an entirely different, that's a way different situation.
Measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT.
That's not really bad. That's not a bad way to gauge that, I would say, when it comes to his power.
40 billion more than
it's not bad, but again, it's a Hollow Moon, so that has to be considered. That has to be considered greatly.
And don't forget, we were deliberate.
Because that mitigates that power by orders of magnitude.
Overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had to be over 27 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both
Hollow Moon
and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and
Yeah, I can understand that logic.
Planet Busters? Don't they scale to him?
Nope. Kaguya's...
If they... they actually may have... Now that I'm seeing the chunk come out of the ground like that, they may have realized what I realized a while back when it came to Kaguya's planetary Gudodama.
That busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population.
Not bad, Screw Attack. Not bad.
Just their own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick.
As far as we know,
one side gets too heavy,
he wasn't
the whole
done,
thing comes
but
crashing down.
it is what it is there.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the show.
Naruto has everything.
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki.
Naruto has everything over Ichigo. He does. It's that simple. So does this winner make sense? Yes, the outcome makes sense. Some of the numbers are massively overskewed on both parties. Not just Ichigo, mainly his speed. Oh, definitely that. As well, and most definitely the amount of reactor that he has. But they even say themselves that they're overblowing that. Fair enough. But Naruto, definitely too. Because again, the moon being hollow matters enormously. It matters enormously. And that's the video, I'm assuming, right?
Stick around.
All right.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it. 1 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki.
Alright, I accept it. Death Battle always does the best job of making the best arguments. They break shit down super duper hardcore. And the annoying thing is when they break stuff down in anime in particular, everybody survives shit. Everybody survives explosions, busting through a mountain. And when they break stuff down through that, I'm like, dude, it's just anime. Oh, I just wanted my boy to win. My chair, it's still the same chair, I just have a blanket around it. It survived this. I just realized that. Sorry if I skipped through a lot of the video, but you should totally check out the video because I probably skipped through the entire explanation portion. But basically, that was something I was kind of worried about, was that they would have a lot more to work with Naruto, and that's why they would give it to him. But it's true, Naruto has more techniques. He's faster, I guess, but they did break down that Ichigo has better reaction time, like in fights, even though their breakdown of that, I'm kind of like, well, Naruto did dodge that light speed thing, so a dodge is a reaction. I accept it. That's a nutshell. I accept it. I only would have wanted Ichigo to win if it was proven. That's it. It would have to have been proven, and let's hope the anime comes back. Oh god, I'm still thinking about this. I'm just happy though, because I finally got the video I've wanted for nearly half my life. I like how they speculated how strong his Bankai could have been. That was pretty cool. I'd say the only thing about this death battle that I really didn't like was their actual fight. I wanted their fight to just stay epic, but instead they made him turn into the Mugetsu crap and then turn back into normal, and I'm just like, no, you guys just made it comedic and stupid with that part. Like,